Owlrocky places a virtual button on your screen to access a plethora of options. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jeff Benjamin with iDownloadBlog. We are talking about Owlrocky. This is a jailbreak tweak that recently appeared on Cydia, and it allows you to place a virtual button on your screen, which is draggable. You can drag it around. It's actually able to stay open in whatever app you have open, so you can open up an app and the virtual button stays on top of the interface at all times. Now, this button allows you to access a whole bunch of features, such as Quick Compose for Twitter, for Facebook, for iMessage, for mail. You can share files from the native file system. You can DM images via Twitter. You can access switches. You can access a camera shortcut, search. You can perform a respring. You can share photos. Just lots of different things that you can do with Owlrocky. So that is sort of the tweaks MO. Just brings a whole bunch of features to your fingertip by means of this little virtual button that you can move around. Now, when you go into the tweaks preferences, you'll find all of its settings here. And one thing to note is that the preferences for Owlrocky are different than any other preference panel that I've ever seen, because it has a full-on tint applied to it. You can actually tint not only the background, but also the interface buttons as well. If you go down to the bottom, you'll see the preferences background color. You could see that set to green now, but if you wanted to change that up, you could easily set that to like a yellow or an orange if you want to do that. And that will apply. You can also change the item color. So I'm going to give something to accent that. How about that? And you can see there. So I've just changed up the whole look of the tweaks preferences. Now at the top of the preferences, you'll see a kill switch. You'll also see a show hide with screenshots. So that allows you to take screenshots with the Owlrocky button, visible or not. You have menu color, so you could choose the type of menu that appears when you touch the Owlrocky button here. So I'm going to choose light. And you can see the difference there in extra light. I don't really see too big of a difference between light and extra light, but your mileage may vary on that. I'm just going to keep it dark because I can definitely see a difference there. You have arrangement style, so you could choose big, normal, or small icons. So the small actually looks a lot better for a iPhone 6 Plus and its Retina display. Normal looks okay as well, but when you go big, everything looks kind of blurry, so just keep that in mind. You may want to stick to small if you're on a Retina display. Let's see what else we have here. You have the slider here, which allows you to adjust the size of the Owlrocky button. So if you really want something a little subtle, you can turn it down. You want something easily tappable though. You also have home button close menu, so you can actually close the menu by pressing the home button. Otherwise, when you press the home button, it will still go back home, but the menu stays open. You have open links as well. So there are quite a few settings here to configure, but really there's not a lot of customization as far as the actual tweak goes when it comes to opening up the tweak and accessing these options here. These options are pretty much canned. It's not like you can go in and remove or add additional options here. So like I said, you have like the camera shortcut, you have search, you have switches. Let me show you some of the switches here. So there's all the switches. These are basically like flip switch toggles that are quickly accessible. You also have Quick Compose for Twitter, like I showed you earlier. You just tap that like that. The thing about this tweak, and I don't want to really bash it, but it's just too many features, and it doesn't do any one feature spectacularly well. In fact, some of the features just downright don't work very well. And it's, I don't know, it's just too many things. It tries to do way too many things, and it isn't really successful to a great degree in any one of these things. For instance, let me show you search here. Now I tap search. I'm going to just type a search term here. I'm just going to put in Owlrocky and then tap go. Now you see all these search items come up. So you can search for Owlrocky in all these different areas. You can search it on YouTube, Wikipedia. I'll just use Wikipedia, for example. And let me show you here. And hopefully it will load up eventually. There you go. So there's a mountain. All right. And New Zealand. All right, so I'm done there. Just tap done. Now, if I want to get back to the previous screen, I'm hitting my home button right now, tapping the screen right now. Nothing's happening. So I'm pretty much just stuck. Even if I double press my home button to open an app switcher, nothing happens. So yeah, hitting the X, that will back out there as far as the search field, but I still can't get back to the screen before that. So I actually have to lock my device and then unlock the device in order to get back. So that's just one of some of the flaws that you'll find in this tweak. It just, it tries to do so much, but it doesn't really have the polish necessary to really work well. I tried to share music earlier. That didn't work very well. Now, sharing files does work fairly well to some degree here. Let me go in and let's see. var, mobile, library. Let's go back out. Let's go to downloads. Okay. So say I wanted to share this file. Just tap that and I can share it using the sharing preference or the sharing center, then the normal sharing pane that appears in iOS. So if I wanted to share it over my, let's try this, AirDrop. So I just actually share that file to my Mac with AirDrop. So that works actually fairly well. Now, another thing I notice here is that, like, for instance, with WhatsApp, I don't use WhatsApp. It's not even installed on my device. And that may be why the little icon's not displayed here, but still it's there. So it's kind of annoying. Like, why is WhatsApp there and I don't actually have it on my device? So if I tap the WhatsApp link, guess what happens? It asks me to type in a quick message. Now I'm going to type something in here, taps in, and I guess it just goes on the train to nowhere because I don't have WhatsApp installed. I don't even know where that's going. It's just failing, obviously. But you see, there's just kind of a disjointed user experience with this tweak. So it is, somewhat well designed in some areas, but overall, it's just not a tweak that has the polish necessary to get my recommendation. If you want to try Auraki, it is $1.99 on the Big Boss repo. This is a tweak that has tons of features, but none of the features are done in a way where it's just really impressive. But if you want to try this out, you can feel free to head over to the Big Boss repo, try it out. Let me know if you disagree with my opinion of this. Do you think you would like this tweak? Sound off down below in the comment section, folks. This is Jeff with iDownload Blog.